This is kind of a sensitive topic, and I honestly think it's time to dive deep into my own personal experience with the hidden message from Sonic CD. The only reason I think it's time to completely open up about it is because it really doesn't bother me anymore. I'm actually surprised I never did a video on this already. Before we start this video, if you or anyone else you know is dealing with mental health issues due to a traumatic experience or having symptoms of PTSD, seek help immediately. Don't ignore it. Let's go back to 2009. I remember my mother had to work the graveyard shift while I stayed home with my father. At this point, my mother had a laptop that I would occasionally hop on with my mother's approval, of course, to play all kinds of games and watch all kinds of videos. Sonic videos specifically. Her rules was to not get on her laptop when she wasn't home or without her approval. So on this specific night before she left for work, I remember being told to go to bed and she'll see me when she gets off in the morning. I guess she figured I would obey her laptop rules because she never mentioned anything about her laptop. I remember getting up out of bed when she walked out the front door to watch her leave. Around this time, my dad is already passed out and is a heavy sleeper. So I looked around for my mom's laptop because I wanted to play that Sonic X game. Yeah, you remember that? I thought the world of that game and I really wanted to play it some more before I actually went to sleep. So after a while of searching for her laptop, I finally found it and kickstarted it, and the bad decision my mom made was giving me the password. So anyway, I don't exactly remember how I stumbled across the video, but I guess I would say that I started browsing around YouTube instead of looking for that game I originally intended to play. I do remember seeing the video for the first time, and that moment would make its mark on my brain all the way to this day. I remember I screamed and backed away from the laptop and started crying loudly, and my brain kept telling me that those Sonics were in the room with me. I remember curling up on the floor and continued to cry. My dad surprisingly woke up and ran in there to check on me, and if I remember correctly, he turned the laptop off and just yelled at me saying to go to bed, walking out of the room and slamming the door. But little did he know what that video did to me and what I was going to be dealing with after the fact. It was a moment I would never forget. I could not, and I mean could not, go back to sleep because when he left the room, he turned off all the lights and there I was, in the dark, hiding underneath my Sonic blanket, breathing uncontrollably. I actually think I started to hyperventilate at some point because of how scared I was. So after hours of laying there not being able to sleep, my mom finally gets home from work and asks, why was I still awake? And I remember trying to explain to her what had happened, but she blew it off and took my laptop privileges away. A couple weeks go by, and all I remember is countless sleepless nights, nightmares when I actually could sleep. Every time I saw Sonic, the only thing I saw was that creepy Sonic. I was very jumpy and skittish. So I guess my mom finally noticed a change in my behavior and got me set up with a doctor, and I did explain everything to him, and I remember being prescribed a lot of different medications. So he got me set up with a psychiatrist that would come visit me at home about 3 days a week. Mr. Helmsworth, he was a cool ass dude. I miss him. He would show me pictures of Sonic and random hedgehogs and ask how I felt about them and whatnot. He actually told my mom to try to keep me away from anything Sonic related until I started to show signs of progress. I don't exactly remember the amount of time this actually affected me, but in that time I was prescribed all kinds of different medications, like I said, due to some of them not working, and was given all kinds of different methods to cope. I remember most of the nightmares, dealing with sleep paralysis, occasional headaches. I believe this all started to settle my brain and stopped bothering me around my 15th or 16th birthday, meaning I started to become normal again, but those first couple months to the first year was terrible. Nowadays, when I say that hidden message, I get a very, very small sense of nervousness, but I'm able to control it. I actually have a 3D printed Majin Sonic that I bought from Anger Sonic when I held it in my hands for the first time. I kid you not. I kind of zoned out and started remembering everything my 10-year-old self went through and was thankfully able to snap myself out of it. The whole situation was bad, no doubt. I guess the only good thing that came out of the whole situation was now knowing how to protect my children from YouTube and social media. So that way they don't have to come across anything that's going to have them dealing with the same shit that I went through. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I apologize for the dark tone, and I promise I'll be right back to being my normal self in the next video. Y'all have a great day, stay safe and be great, and we are officially out.